All right, and today's topic is attitude. But before we get into that, consider subscribing to this YouTube page as well as check out the description below for some more of my free resources. With that being said, let's get into it. So, attitude is a choice that you have control of in any situation. We've all heard the saying, control what you can control, but it's really, really important. For example, there's very few things in life that you actually have control over. And you could argue that it's really just one thing, yourself. And there's infinite things that you don't have control over. So imagine someone who goes about life and they're always focused on things they can't control. Oh, the weather's bad. Oh, this happened, this happened. You're only going to be focused on things you can't control, so you're not going to have any control over anything in your life. Versus the guy who walks around life only focused on the things he can control, in this case, attitude, is going to walk around with a much more positive outlook because he actually has a little bit of control over what happens to him. So it all starts with your attitude, and it starts really with a choice. And as it relates to baseball, attitude can be especially challenging because baseball is a very hard game. You're going to have bad calls, you're going to strike out, you're going to have things that you can't control. Let's take an example of someone who gets rung up by a bad pitch. Umpire rings you up on strike three, you didn't like the call. You have two choices. You can either carry that with you the rest of the game and be upset about it and think, oh, this shouldn't have happened to me. But then before you know it, you're spiraling out of control and in a negative way. Or you can be the guy who says, you know what? I couldn't control that. I gave it my best. I'm going to just move on and be ready for the next play. That guy's going to have a lot more success than the other dude who carries that negative attitude with him. Attitude is contagious. Have you ever been around someone with a great attitude? It's so easy to be around that person. It just rubs off on you and everyone else. Just as a positive attitude is contagious, though, so are negative attitudes. We've all been around that guy who just has a sour attitude, and it's really no fun to be around. So, in a sense, you have the power to determine whether people like you. Not really, but you do have control over your attitude, and if you choose to have a great attitude, people can choose whether or not they want to be around you. So, here's 3 ways you can develop a great attitude. Step 1 is give thanks. Give thanks for what you have. Consider that you're living the dream that someone else has. There's always going to be someone out there who doesn't have what you have. So if you start giving thanks for what you have, just going to set you up for a really good attitude. Second, put things into perspective. Your problems aren't as big as you're making them out to be. There's a lot more going on in this world than just baseball or just your own little problems. So for me, putting things into perspective has really helped. Third, positive words. Speaking positive words out of your mouth has a subconscious impact on your brain that sometimes you can't comprehend, but over time it's really going to start to build positive reinforcements for you. So understand too, the attitude is not a one-time change. You can't just work it one time and expect it to be perfect. You have to constantly work at it. Think of working out, going to the gym, trying to grow a muscle. You can't just go to the gym one time and expect to have a six-pack or get way bigger. You have to consistently hammer home that thing. You have to work it every single day. And attitude is no different. Attitude is also something that you have total control over. So, as you're going about life, my challenge for you this week is to see how you can control your attitude. Ask yourself, do I have a positive attitude on this? Do I have a negative attitude on this? Can I control this situation? Can I not control this situation? Those are some good questions to ask yourself as you move forward throughout the day. With that being said, I appreciate you guys watching for those that tuned in, and I will see you guys on the next one.